Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. I am very excited to introduce to you my guest for today. We have TNA Wrestling President Carlos Silva. Carlos, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Denise, how are you? Things are going great.
Yeah, man, I was very excited to talk to you because I was going to say you're the man of the hour right now. There's lots happening in TNA wrestling, and as the president, got a lot of questions for you. So I'll just go ahead and get started. You have been now with TNA for a while. How has the experience been like for you as president?
Oh, it's been great. It's been absolutely spectacular. We've had a great. I joined at the beginning of the sort of end of the year, really beginning of the year. Once things got going, we set out a bunch of goals, goals that we wanted to hit. We kept working through them sort of every 30, 60, 90 days. It's gone quite well. We've had a lot of fun. We have a great team, a lot of really positive energy in the locker room and around the team in general with the staff. And so far so good. We'll keep building it together.
So TNA right now has been seeing a lot of success. They've been selling out so many shows. Of course, with Slamversary, you guys have had a lot of different record-breaking opportunities that went down there with Slamversary, with attaining over 7,600 fans in the building, and the return of AJ Styles. For you as president of the company, how has it been to see, like you mentioned, some of those goals be hit and seeing the success that you guys are seeing, for example, for shows like Slamversary?
There's nothing better. I mean, when we all get together as a team, it's nice to celebrate wins. Everyone likes wins. You can't win every single time, but we had set out as we drove from the beginning of the year, and we knew Slamversary was going to be that peak that we were all aiming at. We came through LA. LA was a really a great show, and we had so many fans in LA cheering, but it kept building and building. And then it all kind of paid off at UBS Arena on Long Island with Slamversary. So great to have AJ Styles at the show. So many great matches, so many great, title matches, championship matches, great ladder matches. And I think, you can never say a night is perfect because you always want to do better, but it certainly felt like the energy in the arena was just this really great, warm, exciting, and positive feel. And I think we'll keep building on it.
Yeah, so one of the big things obviously is we're starting to see, or we have been seeing rather now for the first time ever, a partnership, a full-on collaboration between TNA and WWE, where we've been seeing TNA talent on NXT and vice versa, and on the shows. Of course, AJ Styles being able to appear was due to all of that. So kind of walk us through, what was that process of how did this all come about? Because I know that WWE and TNA had obviously started, to do a little bit together even before you came in there as president. But what has it been like since you got in, and just the collaboration in general?
No, you're absolutely right, Denise. I mean, the teams have been working together. I got to jump in the middle of it. We were able to sign a new partnership agreement back in around February of this year. And we've just continued to build. And I think over the last sort of 60 or 90 days, it's really just started to kind of hit on all cylinders. The team down in Orlando with NXT with Shawn Michaels and Johnny Russo, just absolutely great to work with. We work with them on a weekly basis around all of the things that are going on. And then, coming off of Royal Rumble and then coming off of WrestleMania with Joe Henry, running down the ramp at Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders for WrestleMania, was just a spectacular moment. And I think it just kind of catapulted us into a bunch of positivity around the way that we work together. It's been very easy. It's been very collaborative. And I think, like any partnership, when that's the case, hopefully you would hear the same from them about us. You get things done. And that just continues.
So, for example, like everything that we've been seeing on Slamversary, where and obviously, the internet's buzzing on, hey, this person won, this person didn't, what is happening, what's going on with the collaborative effort, and just all of that. For when it comes to working with another promotion, because at the end of the day, everybody's kind of, you're making sure that your talent is being represented, that the best interests of your company are being represented. So how is that collaborative effort to make sure that, hey, TNA is happy, but that also WWE is happy, and that you guys both find a nice middle ground?
I think it's like any marriage. It's a give and take, and you've got to work through what's important to your partners, and you've got to work through what's important to TNA. And I think if you do that, and you don't play the short game, and you actually play the long game, which we are, it can really work, and the partnership is working as a result of that. I think when you play the short game, then it's all about what about me the And when you do that, it can kind of be a disaster, and eventually it'll blow up. But if you're actually looking at this as a partnership, and the what you're going to be doing with the fans on an ongoing basis, not just at Slamversary, but at Bound for Glory, and even as we start to look at 2026 together, then it becomes a real collaborative effort, and it creates this great buzz for the fandom, which is, I think, what we're doing together.
Did TNA have any sort of goals or things in mind when it came to the partnership that you're like, okay, I kind of hope we get this out of it, that we get this out of it? Was there an X, Y, and Z of maybe some hopes or things that, TNA wanted to get out of the partnership?
Oh, of course. I mean, you don't go into a partnership just willy-nilly, and it's a big deal to be able to even be partners with TKO, WWE, NXT, that level of an organization. And we've known and seen the stuff that they've done over the years, that their organization has changed, especially over the last couple of years. We were excited about them helping to elevate the TNA brand, and I think they've absolutely done that. It's great that our TNA wrestlers are on the CW on NXT nearly every Tuesday night. It's great that the Hardys were on SummerSlam, yesterday on Peacock. And so I think all of those little touch points help to continue to elevate the TNA brand. And we very much appreciate them doing that with us and for us, both very much so.
Yeah, it's been interesting because, obviously watching both TNA and NXT on a weekly basis, I've started to really see like, okay, if I just tune into one show, I'm sort of missing this big chunk of the story on another show. And you really do have to kind of watch both shows to connect a lot of these stories together. And I feel like that obviously, was done intentionally so that, you get more viewers and more eyes on the product. And I feel like that's been executed pretty nicely in terms of making sure that, hey, I check the boxes and I watch both products.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, very, very, very well said. And I mean, I think that's part of any storytelling. It doesn't have to just be in wrestling. It could be in a great series that you're watching. It could be in another great sporting event during a season. If you have more threads that run through the storyline, it helps to keep, especially in today's world, you can get stories and data and information so quickly. And there's so many people talking about it. The way that we can weave these stories and create these stories that don't just happen today, but happen next week, and think about what's going to happen a month from now or even 3 months from now. I think that's the power of this partnership.
Yeah, man. And it's very cool because I do like to see some of these people that I never thought, or like I wouldn't think we would at least see them right now, wrestle with each other. And like you mentioned, the moments with Joe Hendry and some other people that have gotten some really cool opportunities. That now I do want to ask about, you had spoken about this in a recent interview where you talked about the potential of TNA getting a new TV deal. And I'm paraphrasing some of what you said in the interview, but like there was like a 2-month period that you were kind of looking at in terms of seeing some more, some big news coming in the direction of TNA in regards to a new TV deal. How's everything going on that end?
It's going great, but it's only going to be great when we dot the I's and cross the T's. It doesn't really, you don't really get any wins to talk about it. You don't get any wins to say it's exciting. Are there a lot of conversations going on? Yes. Are they going well? Yes. But I will tell you, like I tell my colleagues inside of TNA, it doesn't matter until it's done. And so we continue to sort of work through it. August is always a tough month in the media landscape to get deals done. There's a lot of people traveling, a lot of vacations, but we kind of try to keep moving the ball forward every week. And I think as we get through August and into the fall, we'll get a TV deal done that, and I put TV deal in quotes too, because today's world, TV is not just TV, it's everything that we've got. And it's how we package it all up so that we can create the biggest audience, both for our fans, but also for potential sponsors as well as our investors. And so we're working hard at it. I feel good about it, but I won't sleep until it's done.
Yeah, I like that mentality, man. We got to get things done. Carlos, my last question for you, because I know we're winding down here on the time, but Bound for Glory, we're on the road to Bound for Glory. What do you think the fans can expect, considering that it's TNA's biggest show of the year?
I think exactly that. We broke records at Slamversary at UBS Arena. We want to break records again at Bound for Glory. We just broke a little interim record where in the last 48 hours, the biggest pre-sale ever for our tickets for an event happened because of Bound for Glory, coming off the excitement of Slamversary. So we're going to keep building on that. And we've set up the arena so that we can break the record that we just broke at UBS Arena. And I fully expect our fans will support us and help us break the record together. And we'll keep rolling.
I love that. Carlos, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here today. Really appreciated kind of getting some insight in the behind the scenes of everything. Before we go, please tell the people where they can check out TNA and everything.
Yeah, look, you can check out TNA right now on Access TV every Thursday night, our Impact show, and then certainly on TNA Plus. I'd also like to say that if you haven't seen Fade to Black, our series that we just launched coming out of Slamversary, it's on TNA Plus. It's a spectacular half-hour watch. A lot of great emotions and behind the scenes. I would just recommend everyone please get on TNA Plus to see it. And then certainly on our YouTube channel, you can always catch all of the great action on TNA. So if you're in Canada, don't forget to Sportsnet, and if you're in Mexico, on Claro. So please keep helping us at TNA to get bigger and bigger. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Thank you to everybody watching. Of course, I'll have all of that information in the description box below. And as always, do not forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.